got no regrets. Can't forget, you got me wrapped around it. You feel me, your body wrapped around me. Good mistakes.
Yellow. Hey everyone, welcome back to another cleaning video. Thank you so much for being here. Woo! So this is leftover food that was left out last night, and as you can see, there are some dirty dishes, dirty pots and pans and things. So I was like rushing to get hubby's work lunch packed and everything, and I'll get into what's been going on in a little bit, but we are starting here in the kitchen, and I have been just soaking these dishes, so I'm going to get them nice and cleaned. I hope you are all doing well. Let's go ahead and jump into the video.
You and me got me losing sleep. I am in too deep, like an overdose. You're the antidote. Losing sleep, I am in too deep. No matter where I hide, you got me sleep deprived. You're the antidote. Losing sleep, I am in too deep. No matter where I hide, you got me sleep deprived. Your body wrapped around me, good mistake. You got me looked about it, you and me got me losing sleep. I am in too deep, like an overdose. You're the antidote. Losing sleep, I am in too deep. No matter where I hide, you got me sleep deprived.
So on Thursday morning, we woke up and I noticed that Son was like just really being clingy, and I was like, oh no, like I already knew, y'all, in the back of my head. I was like, he's getting sick. So I was, like I said, he was just being clingy, and I let him. We were just chilling, we were laying down, and he really just wanted to lay down. So he was laying down watching his shows, and I was checking his head, and I was like, okay, he's starting to feel warm. So I put him down for a nap, and he slept for about an hour, which was good. And then when he woke up, he was really hot. So I gave him some Tylenol, and throughout the day, like the afternoon, he started getting a runny nose and he started coughing, and I started getting really worried because he was getting really hot. And by this time, I was texting hubby throughout the day while he was at work, and I was like, hey, like, I think we need to take him, make an appointment, like take him to the doctor or something, because he's like, he was progressively getting worse. So hubby got home and we checked I contacted Kaiser and I talked to the nurse and I told her what was going on. So he threw up, and then we tried giving him some Motrin. He threw the Motrin up, and I was explaining the symptoms to the nurse, and the nurse is like, yeah, you need to take him into urgent care. So at this time, he had a temperature of 103, and I was, just like kind of, mom parent like mode kicks in, like you start getting worried and things like that. So we took him to urgent care and we were there for several hours, and they tested him for the flu and for strep and also for, I know that YouTube is sensitive with the wording that you use, the Rona. And so the test for strep and the flu came back negative. We're still waiting for the last test, which can take up to 48 hours, I believe they said. But they gave him some anti-nausea medication and gave him some of those like Pedialyte pops, which we have some as well. I tried giving him one of those. He did not want to eat it. He took like 2 bites. I tried giving him some Gatorade. He didn't want to eat that either. But anyways, so like I said, we were there for several hours, and then Friday, so today, he, like all Thursday night, he just did not sleep well. He was tossing and turning. Like another symptom that he was like panting kind of, like really hard, was breathing really heavily. They also said that he also had an ear infection. And so that was another thing that was like kind of worrying me, because I stayed with him the entire time he napped because his breathing was concerning me. And so his heart rate was super elevated when we went to urgent care, which they said was, completely normal with him being sick. But yeah, so Thursday night, he didn't sleep well at all. We were giving him, and I didn't know you can do this. I thought that you could only switch off. Like I knew about switching off from Motrin to Tylenol, but I didn't know you can give it to them every 3 hours. So the nurse told us that, the doctor told us that as well. So I was like, we were on top of it. Like every 3 hours we were giving him medicine, which he did not like at all. But so the fever did break, but Thursday, well, let's see, today's Friday. So Friday, he's doing a little bit better. We've been checking. I've been checking his temperature all throughout the day, and so it's been like in the hundreds, lower hundreds, and earlier it was like 99. So been doing a little bit better, but still like super clingy. And he napped today for like 2.5 hours. I didn't even care. I was like, just sleep as long as you want to, So he is doing better. But yeah, so been dealing with that for the last couple of days. And I will say this, y'all. So when we went to Seattle, there was a mom and 2 kids, 2 daughters that sat in front of us. And they were also on our returning flight as well. And they sat next to us. And the youngest daughter was coughing so much, like wet cough. And I swear in the back of my head, I was like, I hope to God that son doesn't get sick from this. So I was telling hubby, I was like, I really think that's probably where he got it from. But anyways, so, he's doing better now. But yeah, just been dealing with that. So yeah, it's been fun. When your kids, your little kiddos get sick, it's just like, you get super worried and stuff. But I'm really glad that he's doing better. He was super, super miserable on Thursday and still not doing the best today, but better. So I'm super grateful and happy about that. I thank God. Anyways, guys, so yeah, I am getting it done here. I now moved on into the laundry room. I had so much laundry to do, y'all. So I just really wanted to get it out of the way and get it done. So that's what I am doing here.
We're not okay. I look into your eyes and see you fade away. But we're not the same. It's like we're on 2 sides of the Milky Way. Somehow we got used to the problems. Baby, we got used to falling. I'm tired of feeling blue when I lose myself to love. Yeah, I just wanna lose my breath. supposed to feel. Oh, and I can see there are different paths laid out for you and me. 'Cause baby, I'm a true believer, and I wanna stay true to my feelings. I'm tired of feeling blue when I lose myself to love. Yeah, I just wanna lose my breath. Yeah, I just wanna lose.
So I'm going to show you guys what I do here. This just works so well if you have a glass stovetop. Get yourself a razor blade, preferably one that does have a handle. I don't have a handle on this one, but I am very careful when I use it. And hold the razor blade at a 45-degree angle and scrape off the gunk. This works so well, you guys. I'm telling you, it will literally scrape anything that you have, any kind of gunk that you have on your glass top, completely off. It is so much better than killing your hands trying to scrub it off. Like, this just really works really, really well.
I just wanna lose my I just wanna lose my breath. Yeah, I just wanna lose my
So now the stove is cleaned, it's nice and shiny, and it smells good. Super happy about this. It did get dirty like a couple hours after this because I did end up making dinner, but you know, that's life. That's just what happens. But for now, it looks good, so I am feeling good. And I am going to move on. So I'm going to do a really good wipe down of all of the countertops. I don't think I showed the portion where the oven was because, son kept he wanted attention and everything. And I definitely was giving it to him. He's always going to come first. So, yeah, but I was just trucking along, just doing my thing. And this bowl here, this came with our dish set. Well, it didn't come with it, but we got it with our dish set. It was a wedding gift, and I think it came with a couple of them. And so I just used one for my vegetables and my fruit. Super convenient, didn't have to buy a dish or a fruit and vegetable bowl. I just use this one and it works really well. But every time I get a new thing of onions, I like to just take the flakes off, the outer shell, not all of them, but the outer shell that's like super, that's like gonna drop off, and I just put them in my bowl so that they're just easier to access that way. But I did end up wiping down all of the appliances, which was super nice. I started off with some Dawn dish spray and just got them nice and cleaned. And then I went in with some WD-40. If you guys have stainless steel appliances, this works so well. It keeps them shiny. It takes away the streaks. It takes away all the fingerprints. Like, definitely a very good tool to use on your stainless steel appliances to keep them nice and cleaned and shiny. One thing that I thought was super cool was that when we were talking to the doctor, she, was asking all the routine questions like, is he in daycare and have you guys traveled and everything? And I was like, yeah, we got back from she's like, where'd you go? I was like, oh, we were in Seattle. We got back on the 10th. And she's like, oh my gosh, I'm from Seattle. And I was like, oh, really? And so we were just like talking about that. And she said that she was born and raised there and she absolutely loves it there. And she asked where we stayed and stuff. I was like, oh, we were just downtown. And she was asking, all these things like, did you do this? Did you do that? And I was like, oh my gosh, there's so many things that we missed. I mean, we were there for 4 days, so it's not like you're going to get everything. You can't do everything anywhere you go in that short amount of time. But it was just super cool. And I was curious. I was like, what made you move to Colorado? And she was just straight up like, oh, I just decided to move here. Like just one day I was like, yeah, I'm going to move to Colorado. And I was like, really? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, so it wasn't something like about, Seattle or whatever that made you want to move here. And she's like, no, she's like, I actually absolutely love it there. I love the weather. The people are super nice. Like it's a wonderful place to be. It's, you have the mountains, you have the water. And she's like, I absolutely love the water. And I was like, me too. And she was like, are you a Pisces? And I was like, no. But she was just like super cool. So it was just like really awesome to, it's just like such a coincidence, but she was a really nice lady.
Nobody told me to settle down. Day nights and late nights don't get around. But there's something about you, something about you I like, about you I like. You're crazy for saying I should slow down, but maybe I'm escaping the love we found. There's something about you, something about you I like, about you I like. I get too drunk and too scared and lie to you. If only you knew I would die for you. One of us gotta say the obvious. Nobody loves me better. Nobody loves me better. Nobody loves me better. Guess I'm just too scared to settle down. There'd be many nights I got too high and almost left town. But there's something about you, something about you I like, about you I like. I get too drunk and too scared and lie to you. If only you knew I would die for you. One of us gotta say the obvious. Nobody loves me better. Nobody loves me better. Too drunk and too scared and lie to you. If only you knew I would die for you. One of us gotta say the obvious. Nobody loves me better, yeah. I get too drunk and too scared and lie to you. If only you knew I would die for you. One of us gotta say the obvious. Nobody loves me better. Nobody loves me better.
So now I am getting my trusty concoction ready here of some really hot water and some soap and of course my pine saw, and I'm going to get a clean rag and then I'm going to wipe down the dining chairs, the bar stools, and just the dining area in general. I'm going to get the table nice and wiped down, and yeah, just trucking along here. Man, it was so nice today, you guys. The high was like I think it was like 62 degrees, so a little bit chilly actually. This morning it was chilly, but I did get out for a really long walk. I think I got like 3 miles in today, so that was just like super nice. I went out in my shorts and then I had just like a really light jacket and I had my music blasting and I was just like feeling good. It felt so good outside. And yeah, I'm just looking forward to the cooler weather. I used to hate like winter isn't my favorite. I don't like the snow. I don't like being in the snow. I've just been around snow for so long that it's just like, ugh. And then I hate that it gets so dark. Like that's what I dislike that so much. It's just like, it's kind of like depressing, when it starts getting dark at like 4 o'clock. It's like, geez, I hate that so much. I'd like to have the sun up until, in the summertime when the sun's out until like 8 o'clock. Like that's just like makes me so happy. But I don't mind now. I think like now that I'm getting older, like I do enjoy like the fall and things. And I guess I don't mind that, it's a nice break from the heat, even though summer is my favorite. Yeah, I guess it's like, it's okay. I think it'll be fun to like take son places and play in the snow and things like that, because I know that he'll really enjoy that. But yeah, it's definitely getting cooler. I know that later on in the week, I think it's supposed to be like mid 70s. So still like, we still got a little bit of sunshine left. So we're not entirely in winter mode.
I don't have to party to have fun, you see. I got different hobbies, and that's all I need. Some say life is boring, but I disagree. I wake up and live my dream. Someday soon, I'm gonna make it. Yeah, all hard work's gonna be worth it. Ooh, everyone who didn't believe it, they don't know worth it. I'm gonna try. Work till I die, till I die, till I die. I'm gonna fail and get up, 'cause I'm not giving up on my dream. I'm gonna cry. Chasing the highs, yeah, the highs, yeah, the highs. I'm gonna fail and get up, 'cause I'm not giving up on my dream. I'm not into drinking, that's just wasting time. I'd rather be spending it on working out. Some say I'm too uptight, but I disagree. I wake up and live my dream. Someday soon, I'm gonna make it. Yeah, all hard work's gonna be worth it. Ooh, everyone who didn't believe it, they don't know worth it. I'm gonna try. Work till I die, till I die, till I die. I'm gonna fail and get up, 'cause I'm not giving up on my dream. I'm gonna cry.
It is now time to get this floor nice and mopped. So I've got some hot water running here. I'm going to do just the same concoction. I've just got my dish soap, and then I'm going to splash some pine salt in here. I've got a brand new mop head, and I'm just going to get this floor nice and mopped. And y'all, it smelled so freaking good. I love the smell of pine salt. I'll never stop saying it.
I'm a little bit naughty, I'm a little bit too consumed, but every part of my body is telling me to run away from you. Come a little bit closer, yeah, yeah. Come a little bit closer, yeah. You're a little bit crazy. It's been days, but you never change. What's love got to do with it? He comes around, better knock that stuff down. Come a little bit closer, yeah, yeah. Come a little bit closer, yeah. To all my ladies who got a brother that doesn't treat them right, put your finger right in his face and tell that man bye-bye. I'm too fly, I'm too fly. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye. You're a little bit selfish. You get mad every time you lose. You can't take me with you. I'm scared you're gonna blow your fuse. Come a little bit closer, yeah. I can really start over, yeah. In the back of my mind, there's someone waiting on me. You're just wasting my time because you're scared and lonely. Finally got some closure, yeah. I can finally start over, yeah. To all my ladies who got a brother that doesn't treat them right, put your finger right in his face and tell that man bye-bye. I'm too fly, I'm too fly. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye. Here's to the memories. Cheers to who used to be. Your friend said that you left me. I'm glad that's what you believe. To all my ladies who got a brother that doesn't treat them right, put your finger right in his face and tell that man bye-bye. I'm too fly, I'm too fly. Oh, bye-bye, bye-bye. U-G-L-I, that's how you spell goodbye. U-G-L-I, you'll never see me cry. U-G-L-I, that's how you spell it. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye.
All right, y'all. So this was much later in the day. I just got finished making some stuffed peppers. Oh, y'all, they were so daggone good. So good. And this was just the leftovers here. There was some rice and some meat mixture, and I just put it in a container. I'll probably just eat this for lunch tomorrow or something. So, and then I got some cheese left over here that I'm going to bag up. But yeah, I was still like in the meantime during let's see, when I was finished with the kitchen, I got dinner started, and then I started with the plants. Ooh, I'm still actually doing that, water the plants, and I'm trying to keep, like, just still do pest control on them. And so in my last video, I showed you guys that I did that soap and vinegar and water and a little bit of sugar. Did absolutely nothing, y'all. Nothing. The fungus gnats, they aren't nearly as bad as they were. I think maybe some of the neem oil from what I sprayed in the plants might have helped, but there are still some flying around, which is super annoying. And I don't know, I think I might just hit up Walmart and maybe get those fungus gnat traps or whatever that I saw online, because I don't know what, maybe I'm doing something wrong, but the vinegar thing just is not, it's not working for me. I know a lot of the recipes said to use apple cider vinegar, and I don't have any of that. I just have regular vinegar, so maybe it's because of that. But I have used apple cider vinegar and soap and water before in the past, and it didn't work for me. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's going on, but yeah, I think I might try those Walmart traps for sure. So I am going to keep trucking along with the plants. I do have to, like I said, just water the rest of them. And I took a lot of them upstairs in the spare bathroom and I rinsed them off really well. I'm showing you guys here with some warm water to try and treat the pests. And then I gave them a good drink and I sprayed them all down with some neem oil. Not all of them, only a certain amount can fit in the tub. But yeah, just showing you guys here kind of the process of what I'm doing. And it is kind of a nuisance, going up and down the stairs, bringing them up, putting them down, bringing them up, putting them down. But that's the price you pay for having plants, I guess. Anyways, thank you guys so much for being here. I really, really appreciate it. If you are new here, hey, I hope that you consider subscribing for all things cleaning content. And if you are a returning viewer, thank you, thank you. I'll see you guys soon.